Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A little update from the Ukrainian front. The Ukrainians conducted a massive drone attack on the Crimean peninsula. According to them and the Russians, they attacked an airfield, and I think this was a prelude to an attack on the Kerch bridge. I will maintain that the idea or the predictions that the Ukrainians will attack the Kerch bridge as an ego strike, not as a strategic victory. Unless by the end of the war, I'm talking about 2 years, 3 years, whatever, how long the war will last. Unless the Russians clearly told them through the back channels, told the Ukrainians and the Americans and the Brits, if that happens, if the Kerch bridge is out of commission, this is what we're going to do. And I think this means something that those guys can't afford yet to lose. That's the first topic of this video, the major, massive drone attack on the Crimean Peninsula. I will show you maps of the airfield where that was attacked. And the other topic of this video is the Russians liberate another settlement in Pokrovsk area. Again, for me, this is another confirmation that these guys are lying more than the Russians. Maybe 2 days ago, I covered in my, let's say, daily updates from the Ukraine front that the Ukrainians claimed that the Russians are moving their attention from Pokrovsk. They lost. And now, after 2 days, they report that Tarasivka falls to Russian troops in Pokrovsk front. But hey, they switched, they lost. This was in 2 days ago. I'm not saying the Russians are not lying. I'm just saying the Ukrainians, according to my direct experience, their media and their spokespersons and generals, when they make public statements, they lie more, like 3 times more. The Russians lie 2 times. So this is how much. So when the Ukrainians say, we destroyed 3 units of Russian troops or something. Actually, they destroyed 1 out of 3. When the Russian says, we destroyed, 6 units or something like this, probably they destroyed 3. So half of them. So they don't lie that much. You know, they lie a little bit compared with reality. But hey, let's start with the first topic, which is the large-scale drone attack on the Crimean Peninsula. This is reported by Ukrainska Pravda on Friday, May 2nd, 2025. Large-scale drone attack on Crimea. Explosions heard near military air bases, plural. The Russian Defense Ministry has claimed that air defense systems destroyed 121 Ukrainian drones over temporarily occupied Crimea and several Russian oblasts on the night of 1 to 2 of May. Source, The Russian Defense Ministry claimed that 89 drones had been downed over Crimea, 90 drones, and another 23 over the Black Sea. So where is that located? Here. This is the map of Ukraine. This is the Crimean Peninsula here. And the Ukrainians claim, and the Russians, that 20-some drones here and other 80 around here or something like that. Was it 23 and 90? A further 4 UAVs were allegedly destroyed over Krasnodar Krai. Where is Krasnodar? Krasnodar Krai is in this area right here. Alright, so in this area there were the other ones destroyed. Alright, and then we have more over Oriol, 2 over Oriol Oblast, 1 over Bryansk, and 1 over Belgorod Oblast, and 1 over Siovazov. So 111, I will show you where 111 were. So this is the Siovazov, that's 1. Then they said Belgorod, then they said Oriol, then they say Bryansk. This is the northeast part of Ukraine. So as I said again, Bryansk, Oriol, Belgorod, Siovazov, Crimean Peninsula, Black Sea, probably around here. But they tell us that they attacked some military airfields. Where are they, baby doll? Alright, these guys say that the channel, whatever channel, reported explosions that heard in Sevastopol, Dzankoy, Saki, Novo, Fedorivka, and Katcha, where military air bases are located. only military bases, my friends. That's only military bases. So I'm gonna go about Zankoi, Sevastopol, and Kacha. All right. So here is Sevastopol, exactly here. In here, then you got the other one, which is the airfield. Explosions reported at a military airfield in Kacha. Kacha is right here. This is the military airfield. And this is a big one, it seems to me. I mean, if you look at this networks, look at that. This is a big airfield, that's for sure. And we have some, these are just subsonic, nothing important here, but what we have, I don't find any fighter jets right there. Helicopters, see the helicopters? We don't care about the helicopters, do we? That is for defending probably the peninsula. Helicopters, more helicopters here. I don't see any fighter jets or any bombers. Do you see any? All right, I don't know, maybe here, maybe they're underneath. Again, these are subsonic. No, this has propellers. Anyway, this is where it's located on, this is Sevastopol here, all right, and this is north of Sevastopol. So Sevastopol is here, and it was another one, and I know it's very important. It's Zankoi. Where is Zankoi? Zankoi is right here where you see all this right there. That's Zankoi. So this is the main ones that they hit. What I think is going to be, they also attack Sudak, I think they said. I think it's right here. Isn't that Sudak, what they said right here? Saki, I'm sorry, that's not Sudak. So let's look for Saki and Novofedorivka, Jesus Christ. And here they are right here, Saki and Novofedorivka. These are the airfields located exactly here. And I can find them on the, so this is one and the other one is Saki right here. Do you have any airfield here? I don't see, I see only the one big one right here. So according to these guys, I say Saki, Novofedorivka, and we'll look for them on this one. So they should be north of that, right? Novofedorivka and Saki, exactly that. Let's see the airfield over there. Anything here? Nothing on the Tamarack. Nothing is over there. Sorry. I mean, oh, baby doll. Now we're talking. So at least here there are some interesting airplanes. These look like Sukhoi right there. Okay, we got what, 6 airplanes or something? What the hell is that? All right, there. What that's probably a museum. It's not what else? Nothing. Oh, there's a bomber over there, maybe. But it's a subsonic boom boom with. All right, so these are the locations on the big scheme of things are like this. Pam right here, Pam right here, boom, Tropaskopa over here. Okay, these are the ones, and then Zankoi exactly here. All right, let's see what the Russians are saying. Russia Today. More than 100 Ukrainian drones repelled over Crimea. The raid did not result in zero damage in Sevastopol. Only in Sevastopol, according to the local governor, nothing else. The Russian military repelled a series of Ukrainian drone raids overnight on Thursday, downing a total of 121 UAVs. And they say the city of Sevastopol, home of Russia Black Sea Fleet, following the attack. Nothing happened. And they say 89 in total were intercepted over Crimea and another 23 over the Black Sea. The same information right here that they did on the other one, and nothing else. So, the article, Fire Explosions Reported at a military airfield in Crimea, Partisans. This was on the 2nd of May. Well, same, I already showed you the airfield, and we're going to go to the Pokrovsk area, where we're told that the Russians are, I don't know, remodeling or something. Tarasivka, forced Russian troops. Russian troops have seized the Ukrainian village of Tarasivka in the Pokrovsk sector of the front in Donetsk Oblast. So where is that located? You see this little thing over here? All right, I'm going to show it to you. It goes right here, they show. On this map, which one should we pick? Let's pick this one. Boom. All right, and that is in Pokrovsk area. Pokrovsk area is in Donetsk. And is where, this is Pokrovsk, the city of Pokrovsk. And this occurred right here. You see this little 90-degree turn about. So if you look at this, is where this little 90-degree turn of that highway occurred. So That is exactly here, because you're going to have the name. Tarasivka. So this fell, so the Russians are advancing this way. So if they're advancing this way, what could be the consequences? This obviously is going to encircle this guy, and they're done here if this succeed to going up north. And this is Pokrovsk here. If these guys go here, can turn left and right, and then these guys advance here, and they cut the line of contact there and the supply line over there. That's what it is, my friends. A short update on what's going on over there. Regarding the Crimean bridge, if the Ukrainians will do it, the Russians will flatten Kiev or something. I have no doubt they will really them up. It's not going to be like, oh, 300 missiles and drones over. I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be flattening. And the reason why the Ukrainians, I think they're not doing, the Ukrainians. When I say the Ukrainians are the pistol. The finger, I'm sorry, the finger. Everything else, the pistol is the American attack MS, or the Storm Shadow, Scalp, British and French missiles with F-16s. So this is the pistol. The finger are the Ukrainians pushing the button, like they taken by the hand, and right there, oh, it was the Ukrainians, and actually everything else is NATO. And if they do that, what's going to happen? How do I think they're going to do it? Very easily. They say, okay, genius, Emil, you tell us. Why don't you tell the Ukrainians? I will tell them, as a matter of fact. By flooding the air defenses of the Russian air defense systems. That's what you do. Remember, they have a certain capacity. If you flood it, and then you come with a second, so you send the first one, the second wave, and the third one is the real one. The third one, you need 3 scalps. 3, not scalps, our... Native Americans. No, Storm Shadows. You need about 3. If those 3 hit the main thing, the whole thing is going to collapse. If those 3 scalps hit it. Why I say 3? I saw the consequence of 1, and I was not impressed. Just put it mildly. So 3 of them in the same vicinity, focused over there, they will have this collapse, and they will say, yeah. By the time they celebrate and uncork the champagne, the Russian missiles are going to fuck them up. So probably that's why they don't do it. I suspect that by the time of this war, they will do it. If they don't do it, you see, I leave a little bit of a weasel door, back door. I close it. This is it. We're going to find out probably from Ben Shapiro or whoever is going to be allowed to write the definitive, ultimate history of the Second World War, of the war in Ukraine, and there will be a bestseller, obviously. Gonna tell us that, hey, actually the Russians threatened those guys behind the scenes. If you do that, we're gonna do you mati. Okay, we're gonna do that to them, and I think that's why they. I wanna do it. No. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you later.